The Canadian trucker strike. I'm gonna clip that. All right, so if y'all haven't heard about what's going on in Canada and influencing a lot of other places around the world, there is a trucker strike going on in Canada. So I'm gonna read a couple paragraphs from this article talking about it, and then I'm gonna reference Justin Trudeau's response to it all, which has been kind of, in my opinion, fueling the flame to make reason why this has, I think, grown so much. So thousands of Canadian truckers and their supporters have descended on Ottawa to protest Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's COVID-19 vaccine mandates, bringing the country's capital to a standstill. After a week-long drive across Canada, a huge freedom convoy of big rigs arrived in Ottawa late on Friday afternoon. Apparently, they're still coming, blocking roads and causing chaos in Canada's capital. Truckers are protesting a vaccine mandate for the industry brought in by Trudeau, whereby truckers will have to be vaccinated to cross the Canadian-U.S. border. Under the measures, which were implemented on January 15th, unvaccinated cross-border truckers have to quarantine when returning home. Upset with the new law, a coalition of truckers and conservative groups organized a national drive that began in Alberta. The convoy ended outside Parliament in Ottawa over the weekend. As the convoy drove east, it picked up support along the way. Let's read one more. I guess it's basically, I can try to finish this out. Over the weekend, thousands of protesters gathered on Parliament Hill while convoys of trucks blocked the streets downtown. Other supporting truckers also blocked a border highway into the United States. A GoFundMe campaign to support the truckers has raised, as of Monday, more than $7.1 million from over 112,000 donors. But CBC News reported Friday that at least one-third of those donations came from anonymous donors or put down fake names. Okay. Social media images show how many truckers... Yeah, right. Social media images show how many truckers carry Canadian flags and holding up place cards that insult Trudeau. Some videos of the protest went viral. However, Ottawa police said they were investigating several criminal incidents in connection with the protest, including footage of a woman dancing on a military veteran tomb and the appearance of a Nazi swastika flag at the demonstration. Defense Minister Anita Anand called the incidents beyond reprehensible. Okay.
First off, anybody who uses the words beyond reprehensible probably got a stick up their ass. No cap.
Beyond reprehensible.
Yeah, like you a school teacher in England. You sound like a nanny.
Hey, Nelson, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, pimp?
All right, let's go to now real quick before I just want to incorporate Justin Trudeau's reaction before we kind of dive a little bit more. Why I would argue what sparked this into something as big as it was his response to it. Go for it. So this is a quick 30-second clip of Trudeau's response to the Canadian truck strike.
It's important to underline that close to 90%
Turn up a little bit more.
of truckers in this country are vaccinated. Like close
90%.
to 90% of Canadians. Over the past many months and years now, Canadians have stepped up to protect each other, to protect our frontline workers, to protect our elders, to protect our young people, to protect people like truckers who are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Canadians have stepped up to do the right thing to protect the freedoms and the rights of Canadians to get back to the things we love to do. We know the way through this pandemic is by getting everyone vaccinated. And the overwhelming majority, close to 90% of Canadians have done exactly that.
So why mandate it?
The small fringe minority of people who are on their way to Ottawa or who are holding unacceptable views that they're expressing do not represent the views of Canadians who have been there for each other, who know that following the science and stepping up to protect each other is the best way to continue to ensure our freedoms, our rights, our values as a country.
What's up, American Frogs? You tuned it at the right time. Go on, Doc.
Didn't Quebec just, well, I don't know if they're still in lockdown, but didn't they recently go back into lockdown?
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I can't say yes or no. If you want to look up on the side real quick, Ian, if Quebec is in lockdown right now. So...
Yeah, because that's what the Aberdeen Preach show they were talking about when they were frustrated because Quebec was going back into lockdown and they were pissed that they were still in lockdown.
I don't think I watched that episode.
Like
Yeah,
it's
they
like
said
a
they're gonna come
month
back in a
ago or
couple
something.
weeks.
Yeah.
They said they're gonna come back. They haven't posted in a while, but
Yeah, they're probably not. If there's going to be in lockdown for a couple weeks, they're probably out of
in
it.
London because he just pushed. There's a soccer guy that I follow. He's a Tottenham fan called Losing Expressions. Shout out Losing Expressions. Abba's an Arsenal fan. He was just on his podcast. He's in London.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe they're not then, or they just jetted.
Yeah, they said they weren't going on vacation.
Interesting.
So obviously after this speech, the trucker thing gained a whole lot more support and traction, because this is what I don't understand. This is where I get, I guess you could say, frustrated, outraged, whatever you want to say. I don't freaking care. Upset. He said 90%, not just of truckers, but specifically Canadians, are already vaccinated. That's successful.
They got that double jab.
That's a successful response. A good question, I would assume, probably. Or actually, I would assume with those numbers, probably not. But either way, they've been to some degree vaccinated. He didn't say to a degree what degree you need to get vaccinated. Just get vaccinated. People are 90% vaccinated. That's an incredible success rate. Now you want to mandate it to get what, 100%? I just think that's so asinine. And
is this your first time? Have you heard him speak before?
I saw the first half where he says that. Then the rest of it was like, okay.
I didn't know he ain't had no. This man doesn't have no bass in his voice at all. Somebody's beating him somewhere. Like somebody, like this man might be abused. I don't know. It's slick like he being held hostage. I don't know what's going on with homie. That's wild. This is my first time seeing him speak like this. Hostage. Yeah, he really looked like he a hostage on this thing. Like, man, truckers, if y'all can just goddamn come. I don't know. He just. It don't seem strong. It don't seem like a strong leader to me. I don't know. I mean, about the vaccination shit, honestly speaking, dude, I know this sounds crazy. It's Canada. If you can make niggas from Canada mad, you probably wrong. So, bro, if you got niggas from Canada mad, just loosen up what you got to do.
Yeah, everyone's like surprised, like, holy crap, Canadians are stepping up.
Like what? I mean, probably the most peaceful protest. But anyway, I don't know. I don't really care too much about Canada.
Yeah, bro, they just showed up and put it in park. That's all they did.
But I get the point that you're making though. Why after 90%? What else do you want? Why can't you? The country's still locked down.
I don't think the country's still locked down.
They've been going into more lockdowns than we have, but I don't know if they're still in lockdown. Because I mean, we never locked back down, and I'm pretty sure they did like twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm also wondering too is, like, are American truckers able to go back and forth? Do they have to be vaccinated?
I think that's the thing.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, 10% is a little strict, especially if most of the population's already vaccinated. I don't know what numbers they have for positive cases if they're truly terrified of them.
So I actually think I have that tweet, Ethan. If you want to pull up the tweets, Ian.
This podcast is sponsored by Angel Blinds, a local Atlanta, Georgia area small business. Their blinds help you get a new look for your living room, your bedroom, your dining room, and they even have customizable blinds for your kids. You can put their favorite superhero or princesses on there. If you use our promo code FDT, our audience gets 10% off their first purchase. You're welcome. You can find them on their Facebook page at Angel Blinds or hit them up on Instagram at angels_blinds. Get at them. Cool. Bing bong.
The thing that bothers me, another thing I wanted to address, is because I don't know if this was today or if it was yesterday. But for me, it bothered me because I don't like, and I feel like I've been pretty consistent on this, you guys can argue with me or not, is I don't like when you take one small example out of the entire thing and make it about that. And so far at this convoy, when they got to Ottawa, there apparently, as we read in the article, people have had a, swastika flag, or what's the flag? I saw a video of someone with a Confederate flag. I was like, what are you doing with a Confederate flag in Canada? Like, that's dumb.
Still fighting.
This is the true North. Like, what the hell? But there's just one dumb guy in one video like that. And I'm sure there's probably one dumb guy with the Nazi flag. And a small group of people doing what he said, stealing or something like that. I think someone was stealing something or espousing some blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's not what this is about. And you pinpointing these one examples and blowing it up to like Ethan said, deflect. I think there's a better word to use, but I agree with you. Deflect from the whole point of this. The whole point of this is you're mandating people to get vaccinated to pretty much work.
He addressed the pandemic in 2 sentences, and then everything else was about it. I know this pandemic is frustrating. Facts, my boy. It's frustrating that after 2 years we're not done fighting COVID-19. Another fact, my boy. You 2 for 2. But over the past few days, Canadians have been shocked and frankly disgusted by the behavior displayed by some people protesting our nation's capital.
I think you've been frankly disgusted.
Oh, my goodness. I want to be clear. We're not intimidated, but blah, blah, I don't got the energy to read it no more.
I'll read it. We're not intimidated by those who hurl abuse at small business workers and steal food from the homeless. We won't give in to those who fly racist flags, and we won't cave to those who engage in vandalism or dishonor the memory of our veterans.
Next tweet.
There is no place in Canada for this behavior. So to those responsible, it needs to stop. And to those who join the convoy but are uncomfortable with the symbols of hatred and division on display, be courageous and speak out. Do not stand for or with intolerance and hate.
So my boy had 3 tweets, paragraphs, and 2 sentences was about the COVID. And the 2 sentences he didn't use to address anything that was going on with the truckers, any reasonable complaints anybody would have. Not even, oh, we're willing to look into this, willing to work on this.
He doesn't have to. They're what was the term he used? Whatever opinions?
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Thank you. He doesn't have to address it. They're unacceptable opinions.
First off, that's not a thing.
Apparently it is.
I don't have to like your opinion, but I can't say it's unacceptable for you to have that opinion. You just gotta lame. I mean, I don't agree with it. It could be a dumb opinion, in my opinion. I can have an opinion about your opinion, but to say somebody's opinion is unacceptable, that's a slippery slope, my boy. You're gonna end up. Did you think that? You thought what I thought you just thought?
That's why I would argue, because of his reaction to all this, he's making this into the bigger deal than what. Well, I think it's a justifiable thing, and I don't want to say by making it a bigger deal than what it is makes it seem like it's not a big deal. But because of him, it definitely got a lot more attention and traction than it might have originally gotten. I don't know. Not to say anything negatively about it. I'm in support of the truckers, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
honestly, that's the reason why I heard about this was initially because of what his reaction to it. I saw that response first. The first.
I think some of them ice road truckers too. Canada, it's like snowy and cold.
Be a good episode, bro.
I need my ice road truckers. He tripping.
Well, I think he noticed because they do it at like his official building or whatever. Like they encircled it.
Yeah, apparently he left Ottawa, and he's trying to say the reason why he left was because of COVID. Like, he got COVID.
They made him flee the scene.
That's the joke.
They ran him off his block.
Everyone's joking that they made him flee.
My!
Yeah.
That's the most Canadian thing he could have did.
He's got no bass in his voice, man. What do you expect?
Dude, he probably like 5'2". I don't know. He just seemed like a weird human.
I just think that's wild. His response to it, to me, was the mind-blowing thing to me. It's like, and I just still don't understand, like, that thought process. That's really what those 2 things I'm fixing on. One, his response to this, just unacceptable opinions, like, bro, you're tripping. Who do you think you are? I don't give a, like, personally, I don't care if you're this.
Oh, you mad?
It just shows up, this classist elitist thing, and that's one thing I hate.
Oh, it's time.
Oh, damn, we forgot it. Yep.
Oh, no, we ain't never forget it's time.
So we'll do this before when we move topics. It's about that time. But let me finish what I'm about to say. That bothers me. 1, what he said, and then 2, you're 90% vaccinated. Why do you demand it to get to 100%? Why do you need to get to 100% to the point where you're forcing people? It's for specifically for truckers, where the mandate where they have to, like you said, when you're going between borders or something like that, U.S. to Canada, you gotta either 1, be vaccinated to help go through that process, or 2, like, you gotta quarantine, which affects people's hours, and they don't want to do it. It's like, why do I have to prove this? Blah blah blah. Why do I have to go through these hoops just to pretty much do my job?
Okay.
You think we're dirty? Is that it? Is that what he's telling us?
We ain't got it.
Unacceptable opinions.
I told you we ain't got enough.
All right, let's address these comments real quick. So I don't get it, because most of the people with vaccines still got the COVID. So they basically have a natural immunity, right? Like, I'm not vaccinated and I got COVID and I'm got natural immunity now. So that nation, like, whatever.
I'm not going to speak on my status, but let me tell y'all something. Niggas been dodging it. Where's the wood at? I need some wood. Nigga been dodging it. You hear me? Ooh. Huh.
one that hasn't gotten it on this podcast right now.
I'm the only one.
Maybe Ian. I don't know.
This is cute. I
my
want to
boy
mention
Ian.
this. What Ethan said, but they don't show the people in mass cleaning the streets, clearing the graffiti, peacefully assembling, or mentioning that there have been zero riots, looting, or violence. Well, they try to say there's been some violence by the theft or something like that, but you're right. No looting to the degree of looting.
I heard there have been studies. I won't say what the studies revealed, but I heard there have been studies that there's a certain plant that, if ingested, helps you fight and keep off, COVID-like diseases. I'm not going to Joe Rogan the podcast. But
That would
say
be a
it's
Joe
out
Rogan.
there,
That
do your
would be a pulling a
research.
Joe Rogan.
Mhm.
All right, let's real quick shout out to Angel Blinds. Let's go to the next topic. What are you saying, Doc?
I was gonna say like something about the CBD compounds.
Hmm.
They help fight it in some. I don't even know. It was
Okay,
really
now be
weird.
careful. You
What-
know the CDC CDC link right here.
The article I read said something in CBD like sticks onto the virus and it makes it a little bit more difficult for it to get into your system. But that's it's still not yet like widely accepted. It was just like one report I read.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Who knows?
If that's how it works, I really do got a force field.
This guy. All right, let's.
Force field.
All right, this guy. I
Fucking
believe you.
Anakin.
Try. I did a force field on you when I do
I'm
this.
telling you.
All right, let's move on.
Yo, thanks for making it to the end. We really appreciate it and hope you all enjoyed the show.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, and the notification bell to get notified when we post our clips.
Follow us on Twitter at PodcastFDT. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok are all fake deep thinking. Check us out, please.
FDT. Peace, y'all.
Peace.